Still working on this. Now fabricated all the bottoming, got it all down and flattened, looking pretty good. Got all the side all sorted out as well. So now where this was all rusty in the previous video is now all done and ready to be prepped. Right, I'm really quite happy with this. It's come out really well. No more rust in there anymore. More metal on there. What I will do though is I've got my trusty bit of trim. I'm just going to try and fit it on just to make sure it's still okay and still in shape, and pushing it on. That is perfect. So that is done really well. I like that a lot. Hopefully you do as well. Let me know. Now I know my trim fits okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean up all this, all the rust all the way along here on the inside as well, following it all the way up. I've got this corner to sort out as well, but I think it'll be all right. I won't know until I start grinding it, so I'm going to clean all this side up. Just giving it a clean up, looking really good actually. I'm quite surprised, and especially this end, no fabrication needed, bit more cleaning up. I am so chuffed with that, because the other side, this side, it's taken me ages, and as not being a professional, I think it's not a bad job anyway. So fingers crossed for the next bit. Right, after my clean up, I'm going to give it my favourite rust protection, because I'm going to leave this for now. Because obviously it's stopped raining in England for some reason, so I can now get back out onto the car underneath and carry on with that. Only doing this because it was raining and I needed something to do, so I came in and started on this. I mean, it needed to be done, but obviously the welding on the bottom of the car is more important at the moment. But we got a little bit further on this bit, so I just got to finish doing this. And then we shall be starting underneath the car again. There we go, one coat on there. We'll let that dry anyway, and then when I come back to it, hopefully it wouldn't have started rusting. So that's one bit out of the way and done to prepare for the next bit. Right, I need to make some of these little suckers. These hold my trim on my Fender skirt, and they're not very good, so I'm going to try and attempt to make some more, because there wasn't that many on there and I need a few more. So I've gone along and I found this lovely bit of crusty metal, which I'm going to clean up anyway. I bent it to shape roughly, so we're pretty much the same as them. And then I've just got to then obviously just cut them, and then obviously put the heel in. Then I'm going to weld a stud in there, so when I push it through and slide it along the trim, I'll be able to bolt them on, because if you remember in the previous video, I had to cut them off at the back because they were so rusty I couldn't undo them. Okay, just marking out where roughly I need to cut. Alright, so we don't need this bit, don't need that bit. So, pen is no good. Oh, here we go. Right, another mark there. Spraying white everywhere. And another one there. So I should get 4 out of this. And all I've got to do now is trim them. And cut them out. And then put some holes in. And then I have some more of these, because these ones are no good. Fingers crossed this has gone to plan. We'll see. Let me just undo this a little bit. Let's see what we got. Right, there we go. Cut them out, 4 of them. That's why I've got a copy, that one. Come out really well. Sorry for the sniffing, I think I've got hay fever. I've just got to now clean them up. I've got to put a hole in the top bit, hole in the bottom, because the bottom bit is where my stud's going to go through. And then that bolts the fender moulding to the fender. Right, just going to clamp one up, because it's going to get rather hot for my poor little fingers to hold. I'll give it a go at cleaning it up, but it's going to get noisy again, so bear with me. Looking good, nice and shiny. Just got to change it around and just do the top bit. I've got to do the other 3, but I won't bore you with them. I'm just showing you the one, and then we'll go from there. Ta-da! Woo! Look at that. Okay, all completed. Look at these sexy little suckers there. Looking nearly the same as them. Just got to put some holes in and then weld a little stud in there so I can bolt it to my fender skirt moulding. Right, I've just completed them with the holes in. That's where my bolts will go through, and then I'll tack them on the back, and then obviously then that'll then slide along my moulding, and then I can then screw it onto my fender skirt. So looking good so far.